back from the Eagles game, and they just can't seem to figure it out. All right, everybody, welcome back to Jets Therapy. We are here, as always, to be with you, to help you, and to work through this season. Um, so we play the Eagles and we lose, as we do. And Gordon and I are going to be here to try to talk about the bright spots, the growth, the challenges that we had, and what we think we need to do moving forward. So I was at the game. It was a fantastic experience.
Firsthand experience.
Oh, it was awesome. MetLife, I've heard some bad things about MetLife, dude, and it was just fantastic.
Bumps.
So, I mean, the tailgating experience to the camaraderie to so we had some decent seats. I mean, they weren't fantastic, but they were good. I felt like every seat in the house had a good viewpoint of the game. It was just awesome to be there, awesome to be around.
Where were you sitting?
So we were pretty much sitting we were probably sitting like 15 to 20 rows back, right where the Jets come out of their tunnel.
Nice.
So yeah, we were on the bottom level. So there were good seats. We weren't like, right up against the wall or anything like that, but they were still great seats. So we had a really, really good time. It was fantastic. It was funny. We were driving around the tailgate and my wife was like, I don't think I've ever seen this many Jet fans before. Actually, I think what she said was like, I didn't know this many Jet fans existed.
You're going to the homeland, baby.
I know, man. Just felt at home there. So yeah, dude. My biggest takeaways from this game were that Zach Wilson showed some growth.
Yeah.
That, I mean, first three drives, he put up points, he put up numbers, and he did something that we've been kind of wanting all year, was taking a step forward, showing that he can look good as an offensive, a guy that coordinates the offense, showing that he is somebody that's able to spread the ball around. He's able to make some of the short passes look good. Yes, he missed some here and there, had some of those rookie struggles in the second half, but I thought he looked good
when he was on the field in the second half.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we'll get into that. But I thought he looked good overall. He took steps forward. It was just promising. We've been talking about all year. Just see signs of growth. We saw it, and it looked promising as our franchise quarterback moving forward. So
yeah,
I enjoyed the game, and we'll get into kind of some areas in which were really tough. But as far as Zach Wilson is concerned, at the overall, I thought he looked good. I thought he progressed, which is what we wanted to see.
I agree, man. I mean, last week we said we didn't want to judge him too hard because, we knew he was coming off an injury. We knew he hadn't played in a few weeks. So, we saw some things, but I like you said, this week he played stellar. He played great, man. He managed the offense, scored on the first three drives. You know what I mean? So you can't ask for much. Can't ask for much better. Our special teams helped us out big time. That 80-yard return Berrios had, or 70-something yard return. That's huge to open the game. Leads the league in kickoff return average. Let's go.
Go vote.
So I mean that's awesome, man. You know what I mean? To have him playing that well, and then just to see, like you said, see that growth, and that's he's spreading the ball around. I mean, we hit more big. Moore had a great game. Crowder had some catches. You know what I mean? So.
I think the most disappointing thing was after those first three drives, you thought this was going to be like a shootout.
Yeah.
Like I thought this was going to end like 37-34, 40-37. I just thought it was going to go back and forth. And that kicker, Alex Kesselman or whatever, I understand he was young, whatever. And the thing that kind of upset me was like, we bring in this guy that we have absolutely no idea how he's going to be because he won a kicking competition in practice for like 3 days. And that's the guy that we bring on.
Sometimes the devil is better than the one you don't. You know what I mean? So
exactly correct. I mean, like the guy has no real game experience
I think we made
whatsoever.
That's really, I'm glad we filmed this a little bit later than Monday. You know what I mean? Glad we kind of had another night to simmer on this, because I mean, I was very upset after Sunday, because again, this felt like another one. I feel like the Dolphins game. So Dolphins in this game, I felt we could have won. I really do. Like I think the talent is there, but like this one came down to the defense and coaching to me. Like had two players at the end of the game said that they didn't play, like they didn't plan for Minshew. So the defense just wasn't ready, man. And it was
No.
very obvious.
They weren't ready. We had so much momentum going in the first half. Zach Wilson he was throwing the ball well. He was hitting his open receivers.
Yeah.
You could tell that he was just gaining confidence throughout the whole entire half. You could just tell. We go into the second half, and yes, we're down, but it's a close game. The kicker missing those kicks is ridiculous because obviously it's not on Wilson. It has nothing to do with
killed our momentum.
When you score 3 touchdowns and you're still down by a field goal, it's 21-18 for some reason. It makes no sense. And it just doesn't feel good as a rookie QB to be like, it should be tied right now and we're still down. So that was tough. And then you get into the second half. Then you get into the third quarter. Wilson's on the field for 1 minute total. You can't have your defense have an 8-minute drive and then a 7-minute drive right down their throat. Yep. He had 3 plays. Yes, it was a 3 and out, but you can't, if you truly want your quarterback to progress and you want him to show you signs of growth, then he needs to be on the field to do that.
Yeah. And like I said, that's on the opportunities. That's on the defense, man. You know what I mean?
No opportunities.
So honestly, they couldn't get him off the field.
This game, in my mind, completely was on the defense, just like you're saying, and that absolutely crushed Wilson. It had nothing to do with like, oh, he missed those guys in the third quarter or the fourth quarter came. It's all about momentum. It's all about giving him the reps and letting him, build that momentum throughout the game. And that was absolutely crushed in the third quarter. Yeah. And my biggest takeaway from this game, it was almost like the exact opposite of last game. Okay. Our defense did nothing. And Zach Wilson, it was almost seemed like he was trying to do everything to win the game. And our defense was just crushing him. And that's what's so disappointing. And that's what's so tough is because bad teams lack consistency. And we have no consistency as a team.
None.
You have no idea which team is going to show up. Is Zach Wilson going to be there? Is he not? Is our offense going to play okay? Is the defense going to do well? Are they going to be terrible? We have no consistency on any aspect of our game. And these 2 weeks go to show how inconsistent we are. Our defense plays amazing. And I get it. It's 2 different teams. I get it. I understand it, Jet fans. It's 2 different teams. But you go from the Texans to the Eagles, who are not that far apart as far as their record. I'm sorry. No, we had the Texans. Texans.
That's right.
Yeah, Texans to the Eagles are not that far apart as far as their record. And and the defense completely they get run down their throat. And then now Zach is actually playing well, and we can't help him as a defense. Where last week the defense was doing everything, and Zach looked like he couldn't do anything. The inconsistency I just have to chalk up to just rookie everything. And I hate that excuse. I hate the rookie. I hate the young thing. But I have nothing else to chalk it up to other than everybody's young and they're just trying to figure their stuff out. Because right now we just can't figure it out.
We had some so I will say, we got to figure it out. It's very hard to make coaching calls when you have no confidence in your kicker. Like imagine everything is everything's 4 down territory. And that's how we played the game. You know what I mean? And that it takes out a facet of the game. Like even his kickoffs were short. I don't know if anyone hit the end zone.
I don't know what that guy showed.
We got practice. Eddie Pinheiro now. And
I don't know what to think.
And Matt Amendola is back on the practice squad.
Yeah, I know. Good God, dude. I don't even know what to think about that. I don't know if that's common, him being put back on the practice squad. Like you cut a guy, he comes back. I know it is for like maybe a wide receiver or like a linebacker or something like that, but for a kicker, especially someone who just lost. Like,
Dan,
this just goes to show this is like an incompetence thing. It's like, so you just lost the kicking competition to the guy who started. We cut him and then signed the guy to the practice squad who lost the competition.
Yep.
What are we doing here?
Making a joke of ourselves? Right? I don't know. No.
That's what it feels like.
Too negative. We're not getting
No. Yeah. No, it can't be negative. But overall, because really, again, we keep talking about growth for Zach Wilson, and we saw growth out of him.
He played phenomenally. Yeah.
If our defense just does decent, just stop them every now and then. And then some of these BS calls that the refs had were terrible, man.
That's where I was going to go next. I hate to make that excuse. But
because good teams overcome that.
Bryce Hall, the pass interference call on Bryce Hall, where he
Yeah.
got her, I don't think was pass interference.
No,
And
no, it
then
wasn't.
Moore, like right there at the end of the game, Moore got held up and it pass interference did not get called. Those two were like, we could have scored on those, you know what I mean? Like would have
Yeah.
extended the drives. So, and would have ended, ended Philadelphia as an extended hour. So,
Yeah. I mean, one of the last things, dude, that I wanted to touch on was just our captains for this team are not 100% playing like captains. And so
CJ Mosley
so
had
we have
a
CJ
bad
Mosley
game.
who made some bonehead mistakes in this game, dude. Both
Yeah.
in coverage and then on that encroachment on 4th down. That was a huge play, man.
The center flinched a little bit, but
Yeah, but he's got to
you're
be
not going to
better.
call that
You're a
on
captain, and
you can't.
you can't be caught. You
That
can't
was
be
slow
caught.
motion flinch.
So our captains are CJ Mosley, who is, I love the guy and he's a stud and I hope he's on our team, but he's not 100% playing up to that captain criteria.
No.
And then we have Corey Davis, who's now out for the season.
Now out for
who,
the
let's be
season.
honest, is not a number 1 wide receiver. And I don't
He's
see
had a
him
bad
really
year.
leading I don't even see him as an inspirational leader.
He's had a
Like,
bad
I
year.
don't see what he does. I know he's calm and composed and he's older,
Yeah.
27 or whatever he is.
He's
but
a
like,
he's a go to work kind of guy. I don't know. I that's what we don't see. We don't see practice.
he is like, he's like, hey, let me just show you, but he's not even showing us. He's dropping passes. He's not running the best routes in the world.
Very
and then
true.
the other captain is Zach, who's a rookie who's been hurt. So like CJ Mosley is like our only type of authority or captain on the
Isn't
team.
Quinnen?
Right now.
No, Quinnen's not. Who else?
No,
There's 4.
Yeah, well, it's
And
I think
Justin Hardy.
Yeah, Hardy on special teams. So him,
Yeah.
I love Hardy.
Yeah.
But overall, dude, we're struggling to have our captains set up and have that.
He's even
that
made
piece of
some
culture.
mistakes on special teams though too.
Yeah, well,
I like him though.
Everywhere. I like him too, but we've definitely made mistakes everywhere. And well, we're going to be recapping the Saints here in a few days. I mean, talking about the prediction for the Saints here in a few days. But overall, I take this game as a positive. We can sit here and we can moan and we can complain, but we scored 3 touchdowns and 3 opening drives, and this is just all on the defense.
The offense was there. Yeah. Second half, that interception Zach had was pretty,
Yeah, it just slipped out of his
hand. So I get that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I guess that
I
happens.
get it.
So
It was only 1 interception. He had 3 touchdowns.
he looked great
it was
before
just
that
disappointing.
and looked good after that. So
He did. He did all right in the 4th quarter there,
moving the ball.
especially towards the end. Found some open guys. At this point, man, Ulbricht's job has got to be in question for next year.
I think we knew that this was going to be bad. Now, I think if we have Carl Lawson playing and Vinny Curry also in this rotation that we have with no injuries, I think that takes some pressure off of our secondary. So maybe we see our defense playing better than they are. You know what I mean? But like,
he might deserve another year.
Marcus May is out. Jared Davis has been out the entire year. Vinny Curry.
I get it.
Like,
I get
pieces
it.
on that defense.
Good teams overcome that stuff, I feel, man. And you can't get
good experienced teams. Our defense is not experienced. The most experienced person is CJ Mosley, but he seems to be playing down to our defense's level. And then the next experience, Sheldon Rankins, and then Quinnen. You know what I mean? So
yeah, well, Quinnen's a boss. He might be my favorite player now.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So I totally hear what you're saying, dude, but it's just frustrating. Like, I think I saw a stat today that every single projection that the opposite team has as far as their running game, they perform over that every single time. So whatever the projection has been for the running back or the running squad of the team that we're playing, they always get more yards every single time.
Okay.
So it's just, we're not even performing up to the standards that the analysts think that we're going to. So it's just like, it's just frustrating because I just want to see Zach grow because I truly think that he's our franchise guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a Zach guy. I'm a solid guy. I think that those two are going to do really well together. Now I'm becoming more and more of a LaFleur guy. I think that he's awesome. He's doing great.
Yeah.
But this defense, man, is hindering Zach's growth. And when you see that, it's just tough. It's really tough.
I think we're going to go heavy defense in the draft this year. I really do.
We have to.
I think we're going to try and get maybe one big wide receiver. Give me that. Give me a, you know what I mean? Give me another nice wide receiver and then defense the rest. We have to.
I think you're right. I think you're right.
Offensive line is quietly getting it done.
Maybe
You know
one,
what I
maybe
mean?
one offensive lineman or something
Maybe,
like
yeah.
that. But we got to go
Interior,
heavy
center,
defense.
center or right guard. But I love LVT.
And they
He's not hurt too
will.
long.
I do. Hopefully he's not in. I don't think he got like a long-term injury. I don't think it said
Yeah,
that.
LDT, excuse me.
LDT, yeah. Yeah, I agree, dude. I agree. I mean, after this type of year, you have to show some signs that you're going to do something as a defense and that you're focused on rebuilding the defense, because right now you can't just have a year of this and then just go heavy offense again and just get two offensive linemen in the first 2 or 3 picks. So, yeah, I think that's it, guys. I think that's it. You got anything else?
No, I think we're good. See you back here when we talk about the Saints, baby.
Yeah, we'll talk about the Saints. Everybody do well. Everybody have a great week. And
Right.
see y'all in a few days.
Thanks for watching.
All right, go Jets.